How in the world can a person learn if they don't make mistakes?
That's true.
You know, a baby can't learn to walk unless they fall down. Could you imagine if a baby falls down, the teacher goes, stupid, 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 stupid. The student would never walk.
And because of the cash flow game, I started to change my subconscious mind. And you were C student, and I was C student, so when I met you, there is hope for me. Being a C student doesn't mean that you cannot be successful.
So that kind of education, and more than education, is training, because the game is training. It's not theory. It's the same deals.
Practice.
Yes, the same deals that I found in the game. It became real.
Hello, everybody. We are here with the number one in the world in personal finances, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, translated to more than 55 languages, more than 50 million copies sold. It's a dream come true because I am here with my Rich Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, and the big mentor, the Michael Jordan of the auctions, Alejandro Cardona.
Thank you. Fernando.
Hello, Robert.
Well, thank you. And, you know, how many? 30 years now.
30 years, Robert. Traveling all over the world.
Well, thank you, because we changed a lot of lives.
Yes.
And that's what life's about. You know?
Yes.
How do we make people's lives better?
Yes.
That's true.
So,
What I love, Robert, is that when I met you, I was thinking very small, very tiny. And because of the cash flow game, I started to change my subconscious mind. And you were C student, and I was C student. So when I met you, there is hope for me, because being a C student doesn't mean that you cannot be successful. No. I was in the right side of the quadrant. And when I met you, I know that I can be on the right side of the quadrant.
they don't know what quadrant means.
Okay. So the cash flow quadrant is, the E stands for employee, the A for the S for self-employed, the D for business owner, and the I for investor.
One is socialist, one is capitalist. Really simple. If you want to be a capitalist, is business owner and investor. You want to be a socialist, go to school, get a job, get a pension, become a school teacher. Socialism.
What about that, Alejandro?
Thank you, Robert. For me, it's such a privilege being here with you, because I remember when I read the book, I was trying to get rich using the academic, using the school, using the college and all this. So since I started that process, year by year, I was realizing that that's not the way, that it was something wrong, especially with the teachers and the system. I said, it's a lot of information, but no application, nothing very objective to do. So when I read the book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, I said, this is my way out.
Yep. Thank you. I'm proud of you. The most important thing I'm happy about is how many people have you taught because of this? How many people do you teach every month?
Maybe 10,000.
And that's, for me, the joy. You know.
Thank you, Roy.
I mean, this story, this book here, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. My rich dad didn't finish school, you know, because his father died and he had no money, so he had to take over the family business. Whereas my poor dad was a PhD from Stanford, University of Chicago, Northwestern, and he was the head of education for the state of Hawaii, but a poor man. The reason today we have such a gap between rich and poor is because our school teachers are poor people. You know, they want pensions, they want steady paychecks. Nothing wrong with that. But that's not getting rich.
That's true.
The biggest mistake, I mean, this is the number one mistake that teachers make. They teach you don't make mistakes. Yeah. How in the world can a person learn if they don't make mistakes?
That's true.
You know, a baby can't learn to walk unless they fall down. Could you imagine if a baby falls down, the teacher goes, stupid, 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 stupid. The student would never walk. So my poor dad never made mistakes. That's why he was poor. Whereas my rich dad, he'd said, you have to learn to make mistakes and learn from your mistakes. So when you fall down, it's like, okay, what did I need to learn? And that's when you get smarter. No, because they're teaching people to be poor.
Yes, that's true. That's a sin.
It's really, like this is my friend here, Donald Trump.
Yeah.
We're at the Trump and Doral.
Yes, sir.
He's a great, great man,
Yeah.
but he talks about his mistakes. And most school teachers haven't made any mistakes, and you wonder why they're poor. Oh, I haven't made any mistakes, but I know all the answers. Stupid. And they teach that to the kids.
Yeah. It's
Anyway,
a
so
sin.
that's my bitch.
It's like a sin, yeah.
Because I failed so many times getting rich. So many times. It was terrible. But I'm a rich man because I fell down.
Yeah.
And I learned how to stand up.
Yeah.
And our school systems, when you fall down, you stay down because you're stupid. For teaching kids that making a mistake means you're stupid. Making mistakes means you made a mistake. Learn something from it. That's all it means. But school teachers are doing so much damage to the world today. That's why, 25, 30 years ago, I wrote this book here, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. My poor dad, professor. Rich dad, entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So what do you want to be? You want to be professor and poor, or a rich entrepreneur? And we're here at Trump's Doral Country Club.
Yeah. Thank God.
Good friend of mine.
Of course. That's true, Robert. Every time I go to play basketball with guys like 20, 22 years old, I realize that they are products of the school system because they didn't try anything. They are living with their parents in the comfort zone, not making any money, and with this socialist mentality here in the United States. So it's a sin because those guys, when I was 21, maybe I've been broke at that time maybe 2 times because I used to sell Lacoste polo, and I fell, and candies, and I fell, but I said, this is not gonna stop me. When I start reading the book, I set up my mindset and I felt even bigger. So these thoughts of finishing my life, I mean, I want to say I want to die, because all those deaths. But the book brought me hope, the Rich Dad Poor Dad, faith, and my resolve increased dramatically. So since that point, I said, I'm gonna have this new opportunity. I'm gonna do it better. So that kind of education, and more than education, is training, because the game is training. It's not theory. It's the same deals.
Practice.
Yes, the same deals that I found in the game. It became real. For instance, the financing by the owner. You think it's in the game, but when you go to the streets, are guys willing to do that? And you say, this is amazing. I played this. I have this deal, and now it's real. And during the process, it's mistakes. But I had the opportunity, Robert, and I'm very grateful with you to say this. At my 35 years old, I said, when I was 35 years old, now I'm 44, I said, oh my God, I'm rich at 35 years old. So this is incredible because I have free time. The getting out of the circle and achieving my financial freedom. The rat race. I said, I have time. And time is priceless.
This is the game we're talking about here.
Yes.
This is a rat race. So when you go to school, you get trapped in here, paycheck to paycheck, paycheck to paycheck. You want pensions, you want benefits. That's all they want in here. And then they punish people who want to get rich.
Yeah.
And I've said this before, and I should not say it again, but our school system are taught by communists.
Yeah.
So in 1965, when I was 17 years old, I had to read this book here. I went to military school in New York. And once I learned what a communist was, I realized school teachers are communists.
Yeah.
They're not bad people. They're communists. So this just the election, this is my friend here, Donald, here at Doral. He was up against two communists, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz.
Yeah.
School teachers.
The school teachers. Terrible. Yeah.
Terrible people.
Yeah.
The guy Tim Walz, I was at a bar after Trump won the other night. I was in the bar laughing my butt off, and I said, in this bar, we could find two better candidates than Kamala, the communist Harris, and Tim, the kleptomaniac Walz. My friend who wrote a book called Who Stole My Pension says big Governor Walz is the governor of Minnesota or something like that, or Wisconsin. He's the biggest crook of all. He's stealing from the teachers' pension plans.
Whoa.
So they're crooks.
Yeah.
That's
true.
So I created this board game here. This is where you get stuck in this rat race here. You go to school and get stuck here. You want to stay here, have a good time. Out here is a fast track. That's where I operate.
Yes.
And the only difference is, it's like Trump. It's how big is the deal. And most people play too small here.
Too small, yeah.
They buy a few stocks, they buy a couple of rental properties and all this. But the purpose of this game was to teach you how to get your brain to think bigger.
Bigger, yeah.
And I come here into Trump's property, I go, but when I come on to Doral, I go, man, that guy thinks so much bigger than me. And I'm a pretty big thinker.
Yeah, I know.
So the purpose of this board game is to expand your mind from here to here. From here to here. Otherwise, you're looking for a paycheck.
Yeah.
You want your kids to get good grades. Oh, what a waste of time that is. And so they can get a job. Oh, my God. Or become a teacher or
It's
a doctor
sad.
or a lawyer and pay the highest taxes. These guys pay the highest taxes here. Guys out here don't pay taxes legally. They don't pay taxes legally out here. But over here, they're all smart. They can do their own job and all this. What a waste of time. You don't get rich doing it that way. So the purpose of the board game was to do what Trump does for me. When I come walk on this property, my mind expands.
Yes.
The purpose of this game is to expand your mind from here to here. Period. Okay?
It's amazing. And it really works because one of my biggest drivers on my success was the game. And every time I do a conference or a seminar or a workshop, I said, look, I was trying things in this way, academic and all this, and through schools. And then I gave me another opportunity and I did the game. I mean, I start playing
Game
a lot.
changes your mind, right?
Dear Robert, I was obsessed with the game. I played 10 times every day because you can do this.
That's why you're rich today.
Yes. Because I didn't take it lightly. For me, it was, I have to do this. I mean, this is the way I'm going to convince my mind that this is real.
Good for you.
I felt emotions. I sweat. I cry. I jump. I say, I make $1 million. And all of things. At that time, it was impossible.
Yeah.
But my mind believed it.
Yeah.
And because I set my mind to specific objectives, like the cash flow, I get out of the rat race first in my mind. And then in reality.
Then you get rich.
Yes.
That's most important simply because too many YouTube.
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Just like school. That's like going to say to Tiger Woods, Tiger, the way you get rich, the way you become a good golfer is Tiger can never become a great golfer. He doesn't pick up a golf club and make mistakes. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
If you don't make mistakes, you don't learn.
It's
They don't want you to be rich. That's why they're saying today, someday you'll own nothing, you'll be happy. That's what they're saying today. My poor dad kept saying, oh, you flunked out of school. Big fucking deal. I flunked out of English. I flunked Spanish. I flunked French. And I flunked Japanese. I flunked every fucking language I take. But I do speak the language of
Money.
cash flow, income expense, assets, liabilities, statement of cash flow, and things like that.
This is beautiful. I
speak-
enjoy it so much.
I speak capitalism. I don't speak socialism.
That's the right language.
Yeah.
You know what, Robert and Fernando, why I love so much capitalism is because we have the same opportunities. It's the same opportunities for everybody. I came here, Robert, trying to give me another chance in my life with to United States.
Where are you from?
I was born in Colombia.
Colombia.
I came to United States 15 years ago with my wife and my 2 kids with $3,000. That's it. But I brought a fortune
Yes.
in my mind because of all the financial. I read all your books,
Thank you. Thank you.
all the games, 101, 202. At the beginning, I was smart. I did MBAs and everything, but I couldn't get out of the rat race in the game. So I remember that day that I want to take the game.
You get your MBA.
Yeah.
You get your MBA, and you get stuck in here.
Yeah, right there.
You get stuck in here
Yeah.
because that's where the MBA instructors
Yes.
are too. You're only as good as your teacher. I don't listen to MBAs.
Yes.
Because they need a job, need a paycheck, need a pension. In America, they need a 401k
Yeah.
or an IRA. I don't need any of those things. I don't want any of those things. I don't need them.
That's true. That's true. And I almost took the game. I threw it to my window because I was really upset,
Frustrated, huh?
frustrated because I was my grades were like 4.96, for instance. I say I have all these grades and I can't get out from the rat race. So I said I'm gonna restart. I'm gonna reset up my mind. I'm gonna start over from zero, and I start practicing. And at some point, I can get out of the rat race in 1.5 minutes. With 3 shots.
But your mind changes.
Yes.
You see, what changes? Let me just say this here. This here is a Kennedy $50. It's pure silver, 1964. So when I stand in America, I stand up and say, this is 50 cents and this is $10. Which one do you want? They all want that.
Yeah.
This is fake.
I was thinking about the silver.
This is real money.
Yeah, that's the real.
Real money.
So what happened when I was 17 years old, I started collecting these things. What happened in 65, the coin went to copper. So it was now fake money. It was called, they violated a thing called Gresham's Law. I'm looking at, why is this one silver and why is 1965 copper? Because it was fake money. Having us work for fake money. It's called Gresham's Law. And what Gresham's Law states is that when bad money enters the system, this money goes into hiding. So in 64, I started collecting these things. I'd caddy. I grew up in Hawaii.
Yes.
I surfed and caddied. That's my education. I played Monopoly. But I sit there and I pull all these coins out and I have a bag full of real silver coins. Today, this thing is worth $30.
Yeah.
This is worth $10. But poor people don't know the difference. So when I came back, I went to school in New York. I got congressional nominations, the Naval Academy, Merchant Marine Academy. I'm not stupid. I just had bad grades. I came back and my mother spent all of these.
Whoa.
And I tried to explain to my mother's a good woman, and all this. She goes, yes, but... And I realized that my whole family are poor because they don't know real money from fake money. And today, this is the biggest fake money of all.
Yeah.
Today, we're printing. Today, the national debt of America is $1 trillion. They've got to, the interest rate on our debt is 36 trillion, but the interest is 1 trillion. Do you know how long it takes you to spend $1 trillion? Mm-hmm. If you spent $1 a second, it would take you 36,000 years.
Whoa.
To spend $1 trillion. and we're printing $1 trillion every 90 days.
Whoa.
America is bankrupt, and we're going into one of the roughest financial times of our history. Hitler went through it, the Romans went through it, the Chinese went through it, the Japanese went through it. America in 2025, even under my friend Trump here, is going to go through the worst times in our history because this is fake.
Yeah.
And our school systems tell you to work for fake money. If you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I said the rich don't save money because this is fake. So I say this is silver, I have gold, and I have Bitcoin. I stay away from fake money. One more thing about this whole thing is this, is that I only invest in things that are real. Like I invest in cattle, Wagyu cattle. So if they can print it, I don't want it. 95% of the people out there, because they went to school, got their MBA or their PhD, they think this is real. This is fake. But just because I saw this is the last thing I want to say. I started saving this, but guess what else increased?
Gold, your mind.
The purpose of the cash flow game is for you to start small.
Yeah.
Start with this, and your knowledge will increase. It is this that makes you rich, not this stuff here. So that's what happened for you.
Thank
One
you.
way of saying it.
Thank you.
But you got smarter and smarter about money. Now, if I told you, which one do you want? You go, I don't care.
Silver. Still silver.
Silver. Plata.
I became a big accumulator because of your teachings in 2008. I remember we were in a seminar online after the Phoenix, Arizona. I think it was in Las Vegas. And gold was $800 at that time. So I said, this sounds like a good deal for me. Now it's 3,000.
Yeah.
So since that time, I start accumulating. But my culture, Robert, this is going to shock you. My culture and the school programming, I couldn't accumulate because something happens and I have to sell it. So I said, what is going on with me? I can retain, I can keep the gold and the silver. So I try it again. I did it again, and it comes and go, you know? After 49 attempts, gold and silver start staying with me.
Plata e oro.
Yeah. So I became a big accumulation of gold and silver because I acquired this good habit, you know?
But let me explain something. What increased was this.
Yes, the brain.
So today I own gold mines and plata.
That's big. I love it.
Tons of gold and silver.
I love it.
This increases, then this increases.
Yes.
Fernando, what do you have to say, my friend? How many years we've worked together now?
30 years, Robert.
30 years.
Amazing.
One of the first guys that came to, I want to work with you. We still work together. But you want to work for the Hispanic people, right?
Yes. Because in my case, when I was playing the cash flow game, I was experiencing transformation.
Yes.
Because like Alejandro, in the academic system, it was all about theory, right? I remember my marketing teacher who taught me about 150 formulas, but he didn't own any business. But when I was playing the cash flow game, every time I was experiencing transformation. And when we traveled together, Robert,
changing up here.
Yes, over here. And I started, like Alejandro, to accumulate. And when I traveled together to Peru, Argentina, Chile, Bolivia, Ecuador, Colombia, Paraguay, Mexico,
Amazing.
Panama, Costa Rica, Spain, oh my gosh, all over the world. I see the people playing the cash flow game saying, wow, this is amazing. This is better. I see people that said, I learned in 3 days with Robert Kiyosaki more than 5 years at the university.
That's true. I can say it. That's true.
But worse than that is every country you now talked about, why did the Spanish go there? plata e oro.
Plata y oro.
Yes.
Spanish were always
Spanish,
after
yeah.
the real wealth, plata e oro.
Yes.
You know, I was up at Machu Picchu and all that
Yes.
stuff and going, the
Big mind.
Spanish knew it was plata e oro. That's money.
Yeah.
This is
Fake. Yeah.
Yes. And the beautiful thing is that Alejandro and myself, we started really small with nothing.
Yeah. Zero.
And because of the game and your book and the lessons, both of us became rich. We started together. And Alejandro is the number one in Latin America teaching options
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks to you,
because
Robert.
of the
Thanks to you.
Cashflow 202.
Yeah.
Your inspiration was coming from there.
Let's say this. There's a million ways you can get rich. Options is one.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, this is plata e oro is another way.
Yes.
There's so many ways you can get rich. But you have to find the way that most fits you.
Yeah.
I like this. I don't like this.
Yeah.
So I own gold mines.
That's beautiful. No, that's what I love about the cash flow game because it's so many ways to reach your goals.
Yes.
And I start with small deals, as Robert said. Capital gains. Capital gains are you can use options, stocks, and other small businesses. But I did your formula because I invested in options, but I reinvested in real estate, in gold, in other businesses, in silver. And so now we have so many cash flow streams. And this is curious that Fernando and Robert, you were saying, because for buying now the assets that I have, 4 years ago, only 4 years ago, dear Robert, only 4 years ago, you need 4 times the more money than the one I paid. In 4 years.
Yes.
I mean, that's the
Inflation.
depreciation and the inflation. In only 4 years,
Yes.
what I bought for, let's say, 20 million, now you need 80 or 100 million. That's how bad is the dollar.
But your mind went that big too.
Yeah, of
You
course.
see, if your mind doesn't go that big,
Yes.
you can't handle it.
Yeah.
But, oh, my kids are in school. They're going to be a doctor and a lawyer. You're just going to pay more taxes. You know, I don't pay taxes. Trump and I don't pay taxes.
Legally.
Legally. You don't have to pay taxes legally
Yeah.
anywhere in the world. Oh, you should work hard, pay taxes, and, you know, get out of debt and all this. I'm in debt up to my eyeballs, you know, because
Good
debt
debt.
is money. It's called credit.
Yes.
As J.P. Morgan says, gold is money, everything else is credit. And the 99% of the people listening to this are working for credit. This is debt. This is debt. If you can understand that, you get smarter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that's true.
So it's a matter of what increases is not your money, but your intelligence.
Yeah.
So you play the cash flow game, you teach 10 people, you'll be so much smarter because you're teaching 10 idiots. But that's how you learn. And the more you help other people, guess what? The more you learn.
Yes. Yeah.
Isn't that true? You find that out.
Yes.
The more I help other people, the richer I get.
It's a spiritual law. Something come to leverage you. I mean, to help you in
Give
the
and you
spiritual
shall
world.
receive.
If you are grateful and you give what you receive, and I think Fernando and I will repeat your videos 1,000 times
Yes.
or more.
Or more.
Every time you teach, you're giving. And then your intelligence, what you get back is intelligence. But most people, I played the game once, I know it all, you know, but they're still pro.
Oh no, that's
Practice,
not the
practice,
way.
practice.
It's like going to the gym.
Look at Tiger Woods. How many times has he hit a ball out of bounds, you know? That's why he's a rich man.
Yeah.
I'm not a rich man because I don't hit his balls as bad as he does, you know. But the whole problem here is our school system is communist. And you can say, well, that's a tough word for you to say. I said, what was Biden's first act? What was Biden's first act? When he became president, his first act was he cut the Keystone Pipeline that ran from Canada to the Gulf of Mexico.
Whoa.
He cut it. I'm an oil guy. I went to the Merchant Marine Academy in New York. I'm an oil man. I work for Standard Oil. The moment Biden got elected, he cut the pipeline. I was selling oil. I own oil wells. I don't own oil stocks. I don't like stocks. I had oil wells. And the moment he cut the pipeline, I was selling oil under Trump, my friend here. Under Trump, I was selling oil at $30 a barrel. When Biden came to office, oil went to $130.
100, yeah.
So I have this picture here from my friend Fernando. This here is Trump and I.
Amazing.
And this is at the Republican National Convention. The patch is on his ear.
Yeah.
He's a very good friend of mine. He's a good man. That's why when we're staying at the Trump Doral.
Yes.
So this is for you here. But I was sitting there the day after he got shot.
Wow.
And I said, do you think they're going to get you? He says, they got to try hard. So my friend Fernando, this is my present to you.
Oh, Robert.
Beautiful.
Thank you so
Beautiful.
much.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Robert. Brother, thank you.
So that was right. Look at his patch on his ear.
Oh, my God.
So hold it up for the camera there.
This is amazing. It's here.
And he did a big contribution even as an author, Donald Trump, the president, because I remember when I was broke 1 million in debt, bad debt, I said, if this guy could pay $1,000 million, $1 billion, what is going to be 1 million for me? So that thinking big is contagious. It's something that you have to listen, you know?
Look at how people are happy now. The
Yeah.
Latina people are happy.
Yeah, we are
Yes.
really happy, yeah.
Because there's prosperity coming back.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're fighting back right now. I'm very optimistic
Yeah,
because of my friend here. Here's my T-shirt. You know.
yeah.
He's
We
a
are so
very,
proud
very
for
good
you,
man,
of
tough
you,
guy.
Robert. We are so proud of you that you wrote those books with him too.
He's a good man.
Yeah,
He's a good man. And let's all fight back. Let's support him. So I'm going to propose, next year I'm going to do a Make America Rich Again tour. So we could go on the road. We're going to teach cash flow and teach people capitalism next year.
yeah, Robert. And as a spiritual way, I was in Disneyland
Yes.
when he got shot. I almost started crying because it was a direct offense for me. It was like I said, this can't be true. I mean, something is wrong. I almost cried in front of everybody because I don't care. But I do believe that God is with him too.
Yeah.
God spared his life.
Yes.
I'm sitting with him going, because I was a Marine pilot in Vietnam. I got not hit, but I got shot at many times. It's spiritual. You go,
Yeah.
why am I alive?
God spared your life.
Why am I alive? My crew chief's dead, but I'm alive.
Thank God.
And so when I was sitting there with him right after that, people came up to him and said, I'm not really religious, I'm not preaching, but he says, we think Christ was watching over you. We need him right now.
Yeah.
God wants us to be rich.
Yeah. God wants you to be rich.
And so
All of us.
And also, it was amazing, Alejandro, how do you connect the four intelligences? Mental,
Yeah.
physical, spiritual, and emotional. That's when you made the crossover.
Yes.
Me too.
Yes.
what Fernando's talking about, the reason games are so powerful, educates your brain,
Yeah.
your body, your emotions, what if you fail, and your spiritual.
Emotions.
Like when you fall down, you want to stand up.
Yeah.
But our schools, you fall down, stupid, stupid, stupid.
Yeah.
I was stupid most of the time through school, but I could make money.
Yeah. My same
So
mindset.
there's four intelligence: mental, emotional, spiritual, physical. And our schools punish you for making mistakes. That's why so many of us really smart people are not rich.
Yeah. That's true. That's true, Robert.
Also, Alejandro, we want to take this opportunity to say thank you very much to Robert Kiyosaki for how many
Sure.
thousands of people change their lives. Like now, we were having a drink at the bar, and the waitress come and say, "Hey, Robert, I changed my life because of you." Right?
It's a huge impact in society.
Well, as the three of us are teaching. But what was really great was a guy just escaped from Cuba, right?
Yes.
He bought a deal so good, I wanted it.
With the land and everything, huh?
In Miami, I said, how'd you find that deal? What I was trying to what he understood, what increases is not your money, it's your intelligence.
Yes.
But when schools tell you don't make mistakes or you stupidly make mistakes, your intelligence goes down.
What I learned, Robert, is my teacher showed me how to see the world with my eyes, with my physical eyes. But you taught me how to see the world with the eyes of my mind.
Yeah.
It's a different level.
True.
It's another game.
And spiritually. I mean, have you ever lost money?
Yeah.
We've all lost money.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's what school teachers are afraid of. If you don't lose money, you don't make money either. You know what I mean?
I remember.
Every time you make a mistake, you get smarter.
Yeah. I remember once I was in a TV channel, and I was pursuing a guy to have an interview, a famous guy. And I asked for an interview. So they said, no, this guy, they never do interviews to anyone. I say, please try. The worst thing that could happen is he says no. So 2 weeks after, they called me back and they said, Alejandro, you know what? We had the interview for you. It's going to be $7,000, 1.5 minutes. And I checked into my business account and I have $7,000. I said, and the next day I have to pay the mortgage and everything. I said, you know what? Let's do it. From that very moment,
Change your life.
changed my life because I was brave.
Yeah.
Because you told me that.
Courage, spirit.
Yes.
Because
spirit.
we consider your sons.
Yeah.
And we are, every time you said something, that's me. We have the same mindset.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I thank God, Robert, publicly for your life.
Yeah.
For spare your life and to staying with you all these years, because if I didn't read that book at that time, it's no chances for me.
Yeah.
I say you that, and that keeps me humble. My natural dad died 3 months ago.
Oh, good.
98 years old.
Wow, good for him.
I could support him for all years, all these the last 10 years, and he lived like a king because of his rich
Good
son.
for you. Good.
And I said, isn't that this is spiritual?
Yeah.
What could be more spiritual than supporting your dad until the end?
Well, what really spiritual is when you stand back up again.
Yeah,
You got
Yeah.
to do it.
yeah,
Remember, there's 4 intelligences. Games are the best teachers because they engage 4 intelligences: mental, physical, emotional, spiritual.
yeah.
And I was a U.S. Marine, and I lost a lot of friends. All it did was inspire me to fight harder. I fought for them, killed for them. It's terrible. But we all have 4 intelligences, and our schools tell us not to make mistakes. So that's why so many school teachers are poor people and they're Marxists.
Yes, I said among my students that I said, I don't remember any of my school teacher has a good car. All the cars were very ugly.
Yeah.
That's the message. And
They're
I
poor
said,
people.
now I have Ferraris, Lamborghini, everything. But because I saw you in Phoenix, Arizona with a beautiful Lambo, I said, one day that's going to be me. So you allow us to dream and think bigger.
The Lambo was a step up to the Ferrari.
Yeah. but first I bought a lot of, I invest a lot of money in assets because that's the big difference. MBAs, they want a big house and the nice cars first.
Yes.
I did it after years of investing. I remember this guy from New York, he came to my house and he said, I feel bad about you. I say, why? because in New York, I have a bigger house than you. I said, that's the reason you are poor and I'm rich.
Yes.
Because I did 200 units before.
Yes.
And I want to buy the big house, as the game teaches, you know?
It's not only that. Here's a $50 piece, 1964. You're a graduate from high school. I just started accumulating this. Well, this didn't make me rich, but accumulating them made me rich.
Yes.
I learned a lot about the silver industry and all that. So my first silver mine was in Argentina, which then I sold for like $6 million to Yamana. I'm going, this didn't make me rich, but understanding the silver business did. So I say to everybody listening today, silver is about $30 an ounce, 2024. Silver is about to take off. It's a good buy yet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Bitcoin and gold.
Yeah.
But most important is this.
Your mind.
How much is your watch worth? You have a Patek, and how much is that?
450,000.
It was $1 million before, right?
It was $1 million.
See, the reason I bring that up, I did a show the other day. I said, I held up my gold Rolex.
Yeah.
And I said, the watch is $10. The gold is 50,000.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's the gold, no?
Oh, it's a gold.
Yeah.
Gold Daytona.
Yeah. Beautiful. Ooh. Beautiful.
But they go, well, why would you spend so much for the watch? I said, it's for the gold. Stupid.
Yeah, that's true.
Or I could have an Apple, cheap ass watch. Like I may be Japanese, but I don't look good in Toyotas.
Yes.
I look better in Ferraris.
In Ferraris. That's very interesting, Robert, that you just said about the Apple Watch, because everybody wear the same. I said, I don't want an Apple Watch. I want this.
This is a Panerai,
I remember in this restaurant, because some people, it's not about our race. It's about our mind. So I remember people look at me like this in a racist way. I said, I did like this. And they said,
Well, most people don't know what a Patek is.
yeah.
Let me tell you a funnier story. When I was flat broke, I was in Silicon Valley trying to raise money. So I go there, I'm fucking flat broke. I had no money, Like, so I'm sitting at a bar, and there's this frickin' hot blonde sitting next to me. So I'm sitting there talking to her, she's talking to me, and I go, so what's your business plan? She says, I'm going to marry 4 rich men and divorce them. I went, holy mackerel, talk about, she knew her business plan, you know what I mean?
That was her business plan, yeah.
And she looked at me and says, don't worry, I know you're not a rich man. So I went, why not? You have cheap shoes.
That's a good one.
And so I asked her the spiritual meaning of that statement. She says, your shoes connect you to God, from earth to God. You have cheap-ass shoes on, it affects your brain. So ever since then, I sat there at the bar trying to cover my shoes. And she says, I know you got them at J.C. Penney. They were $60. So anybody tells you your watch, your clothing, your car don't make any difference, they're lying to you.
Yeah, that's true. It's better to try that. Yeah.
Anyway, thanks, you guys. Thank you for teaching. Most importantly, thanks for teaching.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you.
My friend, thank you for teaching.
Thank you,
all
Robert.
these
Thank you,
years.
Fernando.
These were
Always.
the original teachers I had.
Yes.
And we keep spreading. How many people are we teaching this weekend?
1,300.
Okay, and how many in Mexico City?
In Mexico City, 1,300.
No, but it's 1,300 plus another 5,000.
5,000 online, yes.
Maybe 7,000 people.
Yes, in total.
In my opinion, I'm doing God's will. What does God want me to do? God wants me to teach.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a powerful message.
Yeah, thank you.
You are a tool from God.
And don't wear cheap shoes.
Yeah. Thank God I did it. Yeah.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you, Robert.
For all
It's a blessing, a blessing.
It's an honor, it's a blessing. And many Latinos are very happy, excited that you are here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Robert.
For me, it's such a privilege, Robert.
I'm proud of you, my friend. Thanks for teaching.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Alejandro.
Thank you, dear
Well,
Fernando. Thank you.
To
You are
be
too
such
kind.
an amazing
Thanks, my friend.
example.
Thank
Of
you.
course.
Thank you. Great job. You can tell when he's laughing, everybody's okay.